Well, as you can see, the car starts. It was about 20 days late. I believe that was on the 26th that it started. So, you know, I'm going to take the victories as they come. I got a lot still to do. There's no drive shaft. It's sitting on the floor over here. Got to get it to idle. That's the big thing right now is like, why is the car not idling? I have a couple suspicions, but let me just show you what I'm working with. So yeah, it stinks in here. And I believe this is the culprit. Having this surge tank fuel pump, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to maybe step that back a little bit. Maybe I think I'm just getting way too much fuel, hence some of the smells I'm getting in here, and just, you know, it's running rich. You know, it's the filter, that's our main pump, and then that's the surge tank pump. So I'm sure I'm gonna have to do some tuning there on the fuel setup. But you know, no more leaks. The good thing about having the car kind of running is that I'm able to work through some leaks. So those are all taken care of. I feel really proud of myself for not having a huge mess on my driveway or in my garage. I did some wire management over there. I know it looks like crap, but I'm not even done. So I still got zip ties I need to snip off, but I'm able to get that panel on there, which was what was most important to me. See that yellow cable? That's not actually for electrical purposes. That is for my throttle linkage. So that's what I have going on here. I ordered something to adapt this little ball end into a linkage to fit what's on this Mustang throttle body. So once that's there, I'll connect everything and make it work. Right now, I said there was no leaks. Let me make sure. There was like a little thing that was underneath here that was leaking. Oh, yeah, I got one little tiny oil leak. Let's see where it's coming from. Probably got to try to tighten that, or maybe completely remove it, make a bigger mess, but that's no big deal. I'm feeling very blessed. Yeah, and over there, you know, I got the laptop on there doing a little bit of logging to see if there's anything that sticks out as to why I'm not idling. Yeah, it sounds amazing. Yeah, it's just really an amazing spot to be in after so many years. Excuse all the sweat. It's really hot, but yeah, as I was saying, it's amazing that I'm in this space now where the car is running, it turns on. Big shout out to Rob from My Wire Shop. I know he's been through a lot, but he took the time and literally drove all the way from PA to come down here to sunny, humid Florida to help me out. He was here probably about like 6 hours, just double checking everything before he even turned the key to make sure things were copacetic and looking like we were safe to start her up. You know, the car's not running yet, so the car's not driving yet, so I don't feel like doing a whole victory lap. But, you know, thanks to a lot of people out there for helping. Thanks a lot to Misael from Adapt Lab. You know, a lot of combos there. You know, he's schooling me on the 1UZ stuff. You know, Austin, who's fabricated a bunch of little things on this car, including the fuel, including the exhaust, which sounds amazing. So maybe not little, like really huge portions of the car and it running are due to him. You know, all my friends who've, you know, just kept nudging me like, hey, keep going, don't give up, whatever. Yeah, a lot of that. Obviously, huge shout out to Steven. You know, may he rest in peace. This build, you know, it's kind of like the idea that he sparked, and yeah, I'm just gonna roll with it, you know, like not only in his memory, but because it's something I've always wanted. You know, and I didn't want to give up on this car when he passed, so it's kind of, you know, a sentimental thing, and it's kind of bittersweet that he's not here to witness it. And I'm sure it would have happened a lot sooner if, you know, if he would have been able to complete the build. But yeah, I'm still a long ways to go. Yeah, we got a lot of things to do. This old drive shaft here, that yoke has to get switched over to a W58, and I'm sure there's going to be some cutting here because the engine's further back, the transmission's further back. So I'm going to try to save some money and see if a shop will cut it instead of having to buy a whole new one. Like I said, the car's running rich. When it does turn on, it's not staying on. I got the throttle linkage I got to put on. Brake cables and whatnot have to be done. And then we're gonna have to figure out interior. I don't really know, man. You guys think I should go back to OEM carpets? I have my new floor mats down there, and I have a way to secure them without having to have carpets in the car, but not really sure, you know. I'm usually gonna do exactly what I want to do, but I'd love some input. You know, the positives of putting most of the interior back in is that it'll look cool and it'll sound better, including the carpet. The bad part is that maybe it's not aesthetically what I'm looking for, but yeah, that's what I got going on. Man, I've got a lot of crap here to clean up. A lot of stuff that I've been using. I'm glad I didn't have to use that fire extinguisher. So yeah, we're in a good spot. All right, well, that's that for now. I got a couple of clips I'm gonna add, so you can kind of see how things have been going. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting this thing rolling under its own power. We're really on the final stretch here. A lot of little things to button up, but you know, I just look forward to sharing some more updates and getting this thing out. It's really hot out. Hurricane season's about to like really start, you know, the rain and the storms and all that stuff. So I'm hoping that by the time the weather cools down, I'll be able to take her out for a spin and start enjoying her, because that's really what these cars are about. They're not about, you know, 7 or 8 year builds. They're not about collecting parts and hoarding. They're about getting behind the wheel, you know, revving them through the entire range and feeling whatever power you have, even if it's 4 AC power, you know, even if it's just 4 AGE, you know, stock power. Like, this is what it's about. It's about the sensation you feel, you know, gripping the steering wheel under your, you know, pedal. I mean, nowadays, obviously, a lot of people have drive-by-wire, but you know what I mean. So I'm ready to make this thing roar. And, you know, God willing and finances willing, it'll happen sooner than later. But for now, stay tuned. Peace.